Hi, I'm Robert Eggers, the co-writer and director of The Northman. Amleth, played by Alexander Skarsgard, is the hero or anti-hero of our film, and he is trying to find a magic sword and a burial mound. The moonlit scenes in this film are almost black and white, to the point where I wonder if my DP and I made a mistake. But Jarin Blaschke, my DP and close collaborator for 15 years, based this moonlight look off of his time in remote Africa, miles and miles away from any light pollution. And here, we're inside a burial mound. Now, this is tricky because in many sagas, the hero breaks into a burial mound to get the sword that will be his sword for his saga. But most of the time, the owner of that sword is undead, and they have to fight to get the sword, which is something that we just had to include because it's totally cool. But an actual burial mound would be too small to fight in, yet in all these sagas there is these epic grand battles that are sort of unrealistic to how small a burial mound would be. So this is a ship burial. The length of the ship is accurate and quite long, but we had to increase the vertical height in order to move around. Also, Alexander Skarsgard, 6'4", and Ian White, who plays our mound dweller, is 7'1". So we needed a little bit of room to fight here. For the most part in this film, we're shooting in long, unbroken takes. And basically, me and Jarin's intention and thinking is that if you're shooting in these long, unbroken takes, you're more immersed in the fight, and it's also easier to follow each beat of the fight as a story. So we would be working with C.C. Smith, the stunt coordinator, and his team of stuntmen in a rehearsal room, and Jarin would be using an iPhone, and we would be finding how to get everything that we wanted in the fight and how to photograph it in this fluid way. So it was very rehearsed and very planned out before we got there.